Hello everyone and welcome to lesson 14.3b. I've entitled this video Culture of East Asia. This video is going to cover pages 450 to 453. Culture in East Asia. The people of East Asia have a rich cultural heritage. Traditions, beliefs, art, literature, and other elements that make up their heritage have been shaped by contributions from many different groups. The rise of a global culture has also brought change. Ethnic and language groups. In each East Asian country, people tend to be ethnically similar. In Japan, about 99% of the population is ethnic Japanese and speaks the Japanese language. Nearly all the people in North and South Korea are ethnic Koreans who speak the Korean language. About 95% of Mongolia's people are ethnic Mongolian, and almost all of them speak the Khalkha Mongolian language. In China, the Han ethnic group makes up about 92% of the population. The other 8% belong to more than 50 different ethnic groups. The official language in China is Mandarin Chinese, but many dialects are spoken. In Taiwan, Mandarin Chinese is the official language. Most of the people of Taiwan are Taiwanese, and many also speak the Taiwanese or Min language. The official languages of Hong Kong are Cantonese and English. And as you can see from the map, although I can't tell you what colors those are, to me it looks like all shades of green, great being colorblind. You can definitely tell, though, that places in Asia are definitely more ethnically homogeneous than in the United States and the places where we are more ethnically diverse. And so looking at that scale, you can definitely see some places are more diverse than others. East Asia is known for being ethnically homogeneous, which means they don't really have a ton of diversity. Which answers question 1. How is the diversity in East Asian countries compared to the United States? They are less ethnically diverse or more ethnically homogeneous, which means the same. Religion and the arts. The people of East Asia have many religions and belief systems. Many Chinese practice a mix of Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. The communist government that took over in 1949 believed that religion had no place in a communist government, so it began limiting religious practice. In recent decades, however, anti-religious policies have been relaxed somewhat. Question 2. What are the 3 main religions in China? You have Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. Question 3. What impact did the Chinese Communist government have on religion in China in 1949? They really put a clamp down on religion because they wanted the national religion to be communism, and they didn't want their people to be thrown off by ideas of anything other than the role of communism in their country and their faith to their country, not to a faith in a different religion. More recently, it's become a little bit more relaxed, but certainly not the same religious freedom that we would have here. Buddhism has a large following in Korea and Japan, although North Korea's government also limits religious practice. In Japan, many people combine Buddhism with Shinto, the country's traditional religion. In South Korea, Christianity has a strong presence. Question 4. What religion is big in Korea and Japan? You have the religion of Buddhism. Question 5. What is the traditional religion of Japan? Shinto. Question 6. What is another religion found in South Korea? Christianity. A number of art forms have long been popular in East Asia. In China, Korea, and Japan, many artists have painted the rugged landscapes of their countries. Their works reflect a reverence for nature that is part of Taoism and Shinto. Ceramics and pottery have been important parts of East Asian art since ancient, even prehistoric times. Craftspeople in East Asia are also skilled at weaving, carving, and lacquer work. Question number 7. Why do a lot of Chinese, Korean, and Japanese artists paint landscapes of their countries? Because their people have a reverence for nature, and it's a part of the culture of Taoism and Shinto. Question 8. What have been 2 important parts of East Asian art since prehistoric times? Working with ceramics and pottery, as pictured on the right. Calligraphy, the art of turning the written word into beautiful, expressive images, is considered one of the highest forms of art in China and Japan. Chinese characters are visually interesting and complex, so they lend themselves well to calligraphy. It is common for East Asians to display works of calligraphers in their home, as you see on the right. Question 9. What is calligraphy? That is the art of turning the written word into beautiful, expressive images. Question 10. How is calligraphy viewed in East Asia? It's one of the highest forms of art, so much so that people even put it on their walls as displays. East Asians also have strong literary and theatrical traditions. Japanese poets often write haiku, brief poems that follow a specific structure. As you know from our English language arts class, you know that it's 5-7-5, 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. Japan is famous for its traditional forms of theater. Today, Japan is also known for anime, a type of animation shown in the bottom left. Comic books and cartoons using this style have become popular all over the world. Jingzi, known to English speakers as Peking opera, is a popular type of musical theater in China, pictured bottom right. In Jingzi, performances, actors, and actresses wear colorful costumes, sing in high-pitched voices, and use gestures, postures, and steps to reveal the attitudes of their characters. Question number 11. What is a haiku? Well, as you know from studying that in my class, it is a poem that has 17 syllables, following the structure of 5 syllables, 7 syllables, and 5 syllables. Question 12. What is anime? That is a form of animation that has become very popular in comic books and cartoons, not just in East Asia, but around the world. Question 13. What are some characteristics of Peking opera? Well, the actors and actresses wear colorful costumes, as you can clearly see in the bottom right. They sing in high-pitched voices, and they use all sorts of gestures, postures, and steps to show how their characters are feeling, their attitudes. Along with art and literature, East Asians have developed new forms of expression. South Korean K-pop, as pictured bottom left and bottom right, is a popular type of music that young people in Japan and other East Asian countries enjoy. It has its roots in dance and electronic music from the West. Communication technology, the internet, and travel increase the reach of new art forms. At the same time, different countries adopt and change them in unique ways. Question 14. What is K-pop? That is a popular type of music that has become very popular in Japan and other East Asian countries, and it has its roots in dance and electronic music, but definitely it's more pop music, thus K-pop, K standing for Korean. Daily life. Traditionally, the family is the center of social life in East Asia. In rural areas of East Asia, for example, different generations of one family may share the same home. In crowded cities, tall apartment buildings provide housing for many families. As more people have moved into urban areas, some traditional attitudes have begun to change. For example, many women in the region now work outside the home. Question number 15. What is the center of social life in traditional East Asian culture? Family. East Asian cultures place a high value on education. Teachers are greatly respected and children are expected to work hard. At a young age, children begin taking important exams that can determine whether they will get into top colleges. A lot of high pressure there. Question number 16. How does East Asian culture view education? A high value is placed on education. Question 17. How are teachers and children viewed in East Asian education? Teachers are given great respect and children are expected to work hard. There are high-stakes exams that they must pass if they want to get into top colleges. Rice and noodles are staples in the diets of most East Asians, but otherwise cuisine varies widely across the region. For example, China's Sichuan province is known for its bold, spicy dishes. Cantonese cuisine from the Guangdong province is generally milder, with a careful balance of flavors. In Japan, meals are often built around seafood and soybean-based foods, such as tofu. In Mongolia, where many people raise livestock, the cuisine features meat and dairy products. Question 18. What are two staples of East Asian diets? Rice and noodles. Question 20. How does Mongolian cuisine differ? Whoa, I skipped way ahead. No wonder why I'm confused. Question 19. What two items are many Japanese meals built around? Seafood and soybean-based foods, like tofu. Question 20. How does Mongolian cuisine differ from some of the other East Asian cuisines? Well, because Mongolia raises more livestock than the other parts of East Asia, they have more cuisine that features meat and dairy products. People in East Asia enjoy many different pastimes, some traditional and some modern. Millions of people, young and old, practice martial arts such as Tai Chi and Taekwondo, both of which originated in the region centuries ago. Tai Chi pictured bottom left, Taekwondo pictured bottom middle. Baseball, introduced from North America, is widely popular in Japan, Taiwan, and South Korea. Many children play on Little League baseball teams, and Japan has its own major baseball leagues. Basketball, also imported from America, has become one of the top sports in China. Question number 21. What are two common martial arts practiced in East Asia? You have Tai Chi and Taekwondo. Question 22. What major American sport is popular in Japan, Taiwan, and South Korea? Baseball. Question 23. What major American sport has become a top sport in China? Basketball. Holidays are also important in East Asia. The biggest holiday of the year in China is Spring Festival, also known as Chinese New Year. It is celebrated with dances, fireworks, traditional foods, and religious ceremonies to honor ancestors, and you see that bottom left. In Japan, people observe New Year's Day by visiting temples and shrines, pictured to the right. South Korea's most popular holiday is the Harvest Moon Festival, which is something like Thanksgiving Day in the United States. During this festival, South Koreans celebrate the fall harvest and hold special ceremonies in honor of their ancestors. That's actually what is pictured on the right there, the Harvest Moon Festival. Question 24. What is the biggest holiday of the year in China, and how is it celebrated? It is known as Spring Festival, also known as the Chinese New Year, and they celebrate it much like we do with either New Year's or 4th of July, with dances, fireworks, food, and religious ceremonies. Question 25. What is the biggest holiday in South Korea, and what holiday is it similar to? South Korea's most popular holiday is the Harvest Moon Festival, and it is very similar to our Thanksgiving Day, where they celebrate the fall harvest. Well, that's all I have for you today, but before we go, of course, I've got to have a meme for you. In sudden disgust, the three lionesses realized they had killed a tofu beast, one of the Serengeti's obnoxious health antelopes. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.